This short video is going to share 3 quick introductions, and they are extremely important for when you sell your home the next time. At Real Estate Consulting Solutions, our focus is to get you to the most profitable closing in the shortest time. And we're so good at what we do that we guarantee the results. So let's jump right in and make those 3 introductions. The first introduction is to a process that most agents don't use. Remember, we're not your real estate agent. We're not going to replace your real estate agent. We're an unbiased guide, a counselor, a consultant, truly. And this process is so extraordinarily effective, but a lot of agents don't use it simply because they haven't used it before. They're not familiar with it. It kind of reminds me of, and I apologize, the name slips my mind, but way back in the mid-1800s, a physician encouraged other physicians to wash their hands before working with patients, especially in the birthing units, because they were losing mothers and infants to infection. Well, the other physicians thought this guy was an absolute crackpot. What do you mean, wash your hands? What does that have to do with anything? Of course, it was proven right, but before they started using that process, they really had no need for it and they kind of poo-pooed it. Well, this is a similar scenario, not quite as important. It's certainly not life-saving, but this is a process that works so well, but agents just aren't used to it. They haven't used it. Once they become familiar with it and realize the power behind it, then they do get on board. But this process is one that we share with you, show you exactly how to go through step by step before you ever put your home in the market. And it does 2 things. It increases your chances to get maximum profits, and it decreases the chances of your buyer terminating your contract. Those are 2 pretty powerful advantages. Let's make the second introduction. The second introduction is a powerful secret. Most agents aren't going to advise you to use this. Again, they haven't tried it. If explained to them, they understand completely, which is exactly what will happen with you. When this powerful home selling secret is laid out for you, you'll understand exactly why we used it. Now, we proved it in our business so effectively that not only did our sellers make so much more money, 5 figures on average more, but they sold in a fraction of the time. Again, 2 very big positives for following this little secret that we implemented in our business over 27 years and are passing on to you. Again, we're not stepping on your real estate agent's toes. We're not replacing your real estate agent. We are a real estate consultant. And our focus is to make sure you have the best information possible so that you can get to closing with top dollar in the shortest time. Let's give you that third introduction. So the third introduction we're going to make is to qualified real estate agents for your specific home. Why? Why would we make an introduction? Why would we refer you to real estate agents that we claim to be the most qualified, when you can go online and look at all kinds of reviews and do all kinds of things? Because there are a number of ways to find a real estate agent, but none are as effective as what we're going to do on your behalf. Not only do we know the right questions to ask and the right data to research, but we use artificial intelligence in a completely unbiased set of parameters that are more strict than what you would ever use for yourself. So the agents we refer to you are going to be more qualified than agents you could find yourself, unless it's just a matter of coincidence that you come up with the same names. And it's probably not, because most consumers mix up top producers with top performers. They think that's the same thing, when it is essentially not the same thing. So one of the questions you see quite often on lists that you can find on real estate portals, and some of these are actually written by real estate agents, but let's just say they're third-party questions. One of the most common is, how many homes have you sold in the last 30 days or 90 days or a year, or whatever the case is? Let's just say that agent A sold 20 homes in the last 90 days, and agent B sold 10 homes in the last 90 days. Does that mean that agent A is twice as good, or absolutely more qualified for your specific home? Well, no, not in any way, form, or manner. That's a very shallow question, because what you may not know is that agent A sold twice as many homes, but it took longer to sell them. They had to lower the price more often. They didn't get as close to asking price, and more of the listings fell off and didn't sell. Agent B sold fewer homes, but sold them faster, sold them closer to asking, and had no failed sales. So which would you rather have now, Agent A or Agent B? See, this is the type of situation we put you into, the position of having the most qualified agent for your specific home. Even if you have a top producer, a big name in your area. I'll give you another quick example. One analysis we did, the top producer, the one who sold the most homes in this very popular neighborhood, over 100 agents had sold homes in that neighborhood in the last year. The top producing agent with the biggest, most recognized name actually was the number 19 when it came to performance standards. So would you rather have the most well-known agent who's number 19 in the areas that matter the most to you, or the top 1, 2, or 3 agents in performance? I hope this makes sense. So referring you the most qualified agent for your specific home is going to increase your chances to get to closing with maximum profits in a shorter time. You know, my brother-in-law had hip replacement surgery recently, and the surgeon was quite good, very communicative, gave lots and lots of details. And then when my brother-in-law left the hospital and went home, he had at-home therapy, which then transitioned into outpatient therapy. Now, here's the thing. He had multiple therapists, and the therapists were very apparently very different levels of experience, knowledge, and skill. When my brother-in-law went back to the doctor asked him, "Why are you still on a walker? You should have left the walker and be using a cane by now." Well, one of the therapists had told him, "Don't worry about it, that'll come." While another therapist insisted it was very important that he get from the walker to the cane. Different opinions, different levels of experience, different capabilities. And I think we see that in the real estate industry. Different levels of experience, different skills, different levels of capability. And we're going to make sure you have the most qualified real estate agents for your specific home. Now, if you'd like to learn more about what we do in detail, go ahead and go down there and click that button to watch the webinar. If you're comfortable and want to have a free, no obligation consultation to see how we can help you, click that button. So you've got 2 choices down there. Watch the webinar to learn more about our services. Click the schedule button to schedule a free, no obligation consultation. One way or another, I hope to meet you soon.